Hello and welcome to the show. We are here today on BeamNG Drive with a very, very awesome mod. Well, actually two awesome mods. The motorsport park you've kind of seen before in various videos, but there's a huge amount of circuits and places to drive, so it seems like a good place to show off this. Yes, it is a Lego car. Now, regular viewers will know I am a very big fan of Lego and Lego cars. In fact, I have many of them in my office currently, in my house in general. And having a version, having a mod that adds Lego-styled vehicles into the game is really very cool. I mean, it looks fantastic. It does. It looks absolutely fantastic. There is a huge amount of configurations that we will get into later. I mean, it's got all the bits that make a beam vehicle work, just in Lego, essentially. I mean, we can even go into, if I can remember, that's not got change camera button, is on a controller. I'm not sure what I have it set to, but you can even go into first-person mode if you wish. You got all the dials. The wind mirrors actually work on the car. It's very, very cool. They look fantastic. It's even got I don't know what sort of engine noise to call this. It sounds like rustling Lego bricks, essentially, as an engine noise. I'm gonna go with bizarre. Oh god, yeah, we'll go with the. It's a bit bizarre, but it kind of is all in keeping with the whole Lego theme. Now this that I'm driving, you just noticed. Oh, it actually does work. The gear stick, what would be like one of the toggly, like antenna. What would be an antenna block, however you want to call it, is actually a functioning gear stick in the car. That's really cool. I hadn't noticed that before while I was testing it. Yeah, so it looks the part. And this circuit we're driving around here currently is kind of like a sort of rallycross circuit, or even a sort of stadium truck circuit. There's some big jumps. Oh god. There are some downsides, because pretty much all of this vehicle is Lego. The suspension, well, as you could already see, I mean, I'm not driving this particularly fast. This is not exactly going to be a world record breaking lap. And well, funnily enough, Lego tends not to be the best material for a suspension. The car is quite difficult to drive. It's quite bouncy. It moves around a lot. It's a bit awkward to drive. I think it's a rear-wheel drive spec. I think it is, but it's so difficult. You can see here, once it starts shaking, it's really difficult to get it to stop. It's really difficult to get it to behave again. It is, yeah, I guess very rigid, as you would expect from a Lego car. Damage-wise, I know you're going to want to see this, so we're going to take this massive jump, because we're not going to land it nicely. Yep, it actually breaks apart like a Lego vehicle. I mean, it's incredible. It's a very broken Lego vehicle now. It's not just deform. It doesn't deform like a beam car. It deforms like a Lego car. Bits ping off. I think we are dead, are we? We are dead. I think we lost the drive shaft in that. Literally, it's just strewn bits of Lego around. We still got some driving, not properly, but it's so like that is just so cool. I have no idea how it's made. Mad respect. There will of course be links to this mod in the description. Mad respect to whoever made this actually function. Because it's one thing having, you know, modelled vehicles deforming and all of that. And I guess maybe having bricks ping off in some ways might actually be slightly less computer intensive. Although I guess it creates lots of separate entities and all that. Although I guess if they're pinging off, they must all be separate entities to start with. It's amazing. It is absolutely incredible. So this is just the sports spec of the car. I'm going to go with some of them. I haven't had to go with all of them because there is, as you're about to see, an astonishing amount of options. You've got kind of like normal road cars, you've got rat rods, you've got half a car, you've got a soapbox one, you've got a derby car, because why not? You can have a trailer if you want, you can have a Mad Max car, there's police cars, an undercover police car, or an Italian police car. It's just absolutely unbelievable. You want a donk? You can have that. We've got an amateur rally car, we've got a street tune car, track day cars, we've got some sporty cars. You've got a crazy derby car. I don't know what I want to drive next, really. There's a safety car. You always need a safety car. There we go. This is what we want. I mean, I actually want this as a Lego set. It looked like you could probably make it. It's probably not the worst. That's not the worst. Not the most complex. Not the most crazy thing. Oh, there's a touring car as well. Touring car it is. Come on then. Let's go and see if you will be any better. Yeah, but it's probably not the most crazy complicated set to build. I wonder if it is based on an actual. I think it might be based roughly on an actual Lego car that you can get in sets. It's not based on a real world car per se. I vaguely recognise seeing it. If it's not. Again, it's not crazy complicated. In that, so we have got. Definitely got front wheels spinning on this one. Is it a front wheel drive touring car, maybe? Potentially. This seems to be powered differently. The last one had a boost gauge. I don't quite know how a turbo works in Lego Block. It definitely feels faster, this car. It still suffers from the... I guess it's essentially no suspension, because... I mean... there are some Lego suspension parts, of course. Oh, God, but I guess on a model like this, there probably wouldn't have been. I'm thinking like the Speed Champions and those sort of style cars wouldn't have had any suspension. When you go to the big Technic sets, yeah, they do have suspension. But, yeah, this one here wouldn't. I mean, it's bumpy and it's awkward in places. Ooh, it is slightly different kind of driving way. So you're going to want a really flat circuit. Admittedly, this is probably maybe not the best circuit for it. We are clonking around over here. Is the back end going to fall off? Possibly, possibly not. We would get away with it if it did. We've got chicane coming up here. Can I try and take some speed through the chicane? We can. Oh, God. We got the change of direction fairly well. And then the car decided it wanted to get quite airborne through all of that. Where do we go? Here. Oh, I've not got this corner, right? So, that's fine. We can go across the grass. It's allowed. I'm saying it's allowed. Oh, no. We're going to shake and rattle ourselves to pieces. We'll be fine. It's just, oh, maybe less fine. No, we should be fine. Turn. Go down the gears. We lost the front bumper. Yeah, okay, so this is a front-wheel drive spec of, I was just kind of testing it out. Yeah, it is. It's very much front-wheel drive spec. So we've got different drive lines for your Lego car. Yeah, kind of more traditional front-wheel drive touring car, if you will. Big old roll. Has it got a different gear select? It does. It has a... Oh, the details are fantastic. Has it got a different gear selector? Oh, my camera's very quick. That's from whizzing around this map. It kind of has a different gear selector in here. Yeah, it does. It has like the much shorter one, I guess, sort of more race car inspired. Still got some gauges and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, a little bit funky to drive around the old circuit here, but we are going to... I mean, those are kind of the track cars. They need a very, very flat circuit if they are going to be... If they're going to excel, perhaps, is the best way to put it. Now, I'm going to travel my way over here because... When I was having a... You might have spotted it when I loaded up that last car. You probably have, if you're anything like me, spotted the one that I was most excited about. And it's difficult to put to pick the one that you're most excited about because they're amazing. And I think you can customize and you can build your own wacky combinations. Maybe I will have another video doing that sort of thing. But this is the one that I was most excited about. What the... Oh, there's a rocket car. I hadn't noticed that before. Of course, there's a rocket car. This is the one that I was most excited about. Yes, you can have a full-on Audi Quattro style one. I mean, you might have seen also there was the sort of Plymouth Superbird style one for the oval races and all of that. Again, it's the same basic vehicle. We've got the slightly longer gear stick in this car. However, this one here has got the fun feature of it spits fire. But it's not normal fire. No, that is the Lego piece that you have for fire. Although I did just manage to get it to spit a tiny bit of actual game fire. I guess if you manage to do it just slightly enough, you can trick it ever so... But maybe it was just actually at the initial bit. Either way, that's such a cool little thing. It's such a cool little thing to have the flames be Lego pieces. So... This does have a bit more suspension travel. This does have a little bit more composure. It's designed to be an off-road spec one, so it's got that little bit more forgiveness. Now, it's still quite wobbly. Again, I think that's just going to be a trait, if you will, of this vehicle. But yeah, a little bit more compliance. It does in the world of good, actually. The ultra-stiff cars are very difficult to drive. It's still, as far as rally cars go, still a bit too stiff. It's still a bit too prone to bouncing around. Wee, careful now. Can we actually see this? You can kind of see the suspension working. Actually, you know, it has got a suspension piece. I'll just see it. Oh, no, they do have... What am I talking about, these small cars? They do have a piece with kind of suspension in it. This is what we've got on the back of this. It's not... I mean, you can see how tiny the spring is. It's not exactly the biggest amount of suspension movement going on. So we suffer from fairly similar... I'll say fairly similar issues, but yeah, considerably better. Now, you could probably play around and spend a lot of time, and hell, I might end up doing this at some point. You could probably spend an awful lot of time trying to build that perfect handling configuration using maybe bits of rally parts, bits of race parts, various different tyres and so on. But as you can see, driving around here, it occasionally gets a little bit caught out. Oh dear, we've gone for a rally car tumble. Have I beached it? Nope. Amazingly, all the Lego bits have stayed on. You can have a look at the suspension. While we're upside down. Come on, car. Over we go. Yeah, this, oh god, considerably easier to drive. Does have a fondness for wheelies. I did notice that when I first just loaded this mod up to kind of test make sure it's working and everything. Yeah, it does like doing wheelies. Now, I won't do it so much on the dirt because, you know, there's a lot less grip out here for doing of wheelies. But I still want to try. Yeah, I mean, so, to be fair, sometimes even beam cars can get a little bit sort of crashy over the bumps. And so, I mean, this is a good little circuit. As far as dirt tracks go, as far as off-road circuits would be, this is actually fairly flat and fairly smooth. You haven't got any big jumps the vehicle has to deal with, per se. A little bit more like a rally car. I say rally car circuits, they do have jumps in them, of course. This is more like a folk racing circuit, almost. Oh, no, we're going to hit the wall. Oh, clip the wall, and it has very disintegrated. Many disintegrations have occurred on that. Yeah, don't clip the wall with your Lego car. It might explode into pieces. The wing, the mighty wing, has stayed on the vehicle. And that is an important thing for reasons. There are some. So, there you go. That is a look at the Audi Quattro style rally spec, if you will. Oh, you can also get a trailer with it, because why not? Which is quite fun. Where has it gone? Lego car. We are going to... So I wanted to have a go with the crawlers. I haven't actually tried that one yet. I mean, there are some incredibly silly ones. A derby car, for example. Where is the crawler? I'm curious, actually, as to how effective a crawler this thing might be. Now, admittedly, this is not the map really for extreme rock crawling. Oh, it's got the proper gearbox. We can lock the diffs, we can lock the drive shafts. It's much more lifted up for this purpose. Now, there is not a specific sort of trail. There is... What the hell is it? I've got to remember my way around the map. There is a little section. Is it over this bit? I know it's here because I found it before. Ah, here it is. Because I was trying to create a route around here for a sort of a style of racing, essentially. But this will do. Yeah. Oh, okay, maybe don't drop it from that. Oh, the suspension's exploded. You can actually see as well here the various different suspension setup for a crawler. It's actually got all-wheel steer as well. That's awesome. Wasn't expecting that when I turned the steering. But yeah, you can see the suspension significantly raised compared to the Quattro style vehicle. Careful down here. It might be a little top heavy. We can drive through some mud. We can certainly seem to drive through the water. Can we climb the hill here? I'm in high range at the moment. Ooh! Okay, we bounced it. That's fine. It will survive. Yeah, all-wheel steer. Forgot about that. All-wheel steer, you can sometimes come undone a little bit with falling over. I can't self-right. Damn it. Right, okay. Maybe that was I think that was a little bit too much speed, actually, trying to get up the hill. I don't know what sort of traction we get on dirt with Lego tyres. Do we go for Oh, that's a really hard climb, actually. Oh, now we've lost a bonnet. How do you climb that? I guess you've got to go really slowly. Because if you hit any sort of speed up, well, you've either got to go really fast and just go over the top of it, or you've got to go really slowly, because the second you hit it and get airtime, your vehicle just wants to do a backflip, like that. Whoop. I'm not, as you can tell, I'm not a good off-road driver. I do not really have the patience for it. Okay, we're going back to plan A of boot it and hope. No, it does want to just do backflips. Now, I don't know whether that's a quirk of this vehicle or whether that's a challenge of that hill, particularly. Okay, we're not great at that bit. We can definitely get through the water. The Lego tyres have some decent traction. We can go through this mud here, no problem at all. Oh, clutch might get a little unhappy with us. Yeah, you know, fair enough. Alright, can we climb up this bit? Come on, don't let me down now. I'm trying to showcase cool vehicle. Do the things you're supposed to do. Okay, yeah, I think maybe it does seem to be perhaps a little bit more fully over than some of the crawlers I've used, but again, this is a Lego car. The fact that you've got an option to make a Lego car into what is a fairly competent crawler, you know, is very, very cool. Oh, okay, we're just fighting around the gearbox. Yeah, it's got more than enough suspension travel. It's got quite good articulation on the wheels. Yeah, it's not going to be the best crawler in the game. Of course it's not. But it can do. There is a Lego car for just about every sort of scenario here. You're going to fall over. The all-wheel steer, I think it's such a short wheelbase. The all-wheel steer makes it really snappy almost, really quick to fall over. Because yeah, turning circle, this would be utterly insane with that level of all-wheel steer. Ooh. And with, yeah, it's a short wheelbase, relatively high, is a recipe for falling over. In fact, I am now curious. Just dig your way out of here, vehicle. Oh, I would have left you in two-wheel drive as well while I fight about the gearbox. I imagine this can do some pretty crazy donuts. I imagine they're kind of monster truck style donuts. If it doesn't fall over trying to do it. Yep. It can basically donut in its own wheelbase. Fantastic. It's absolutely brilliant. It is absolutely brilliant. So, I mean, there's sort of the sensible specs for the sensible-ish specs for the vehicle on this map. However, before I do go, I do want to try something out with this mod. Now, I know you wouldn't forgive me if I didn't try using the donk, so here it is with the donk V2 with don't let Brazen near this mod. I've come to the downhill endurance map, mostly to see if a Lego car can survive it, and partly because it'll be funny to watch the Lego bits fly everywhere on this sort of a course. I suspect the wheels are going to come off very quickly. Now, oh god, yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, everything's wobbling! Who would have thought? Who would have thought this was a child? Got no steering. Oh, the wheels are all snapped. Who would have thought this was a terrible idea? You know, we could have all guessed the outcome of this. The wheel shake is bad. It's really bad on this. We're shedding more bits of Lego on here. There's a fender that desperately wants to fall off. That may get loose. Oh, well, who would have... The front right axle's broken. The front right axle's not even on my car anymore. I don't know where the front right axle is. I've lost more of it. Yeah, it turns out using, like, horse and carriage wheels on a donk is bad. It's a bad idea to try and drive down a mountain with them. I think it's a bad idea to try and drive them anyway. They've got a little bit of flex going on in them. Whoa! Oh, the whole back end's come off, and I think it caught fire. I guess that's where the fuel tank would be. Oh, that fire is awesome as well. Oh, I didn't realise that that was essentially how it worked. So the actual like fire animation, it's not just for the exhaust, fire animation for anything is replaced by the actual Lego bits. So it turns out the donk's not very good at driving down the hill. It has kind of exploded into many Lego pieces. And I don't know where the rest of them have gone. One bit's down here somewhere, maybe? There it is. Oh, there's a wheel. A wheel made it to the impalement spike. The other wheel might actually make it to the end. That's going for it. Oh, there's another wheel down there. They're still going. I don't know where the on-fire bit is. Oh, you're off the course. That's not making it to the finish line. Oh, amazing. Okay, the donk is never making it down there. I could spend all day driving the donk down there. Shall we have a go with a vehicle that might actually survive? And I'm not so worried about speed. I just want to try and get to the bottom of this. A lifted car. I mean, that's really cool as well. A lifted car might be the way to go. Too high and it falls over. Too low and it'll get killed on, like, the checkerboardy section and all of that. So, it might be the way to go. The downside, though, of a lifted car is you do get... The wheels are more vulnerable, slightly. Can we be... Okay, there we go. Four-wheel drive mode is what we want. So... If it does roll, if it does start tipping, you might get the issue of it snapping a wheel off easier than a normal version would. Oh, I've forgotten how to drive this route. I've completely forgotten how to drive this route. We've done too much to the other way. Right, okay, hold on. Let's actually give this a try. Okay. Well, I didn't notice that jump until way later. Brakes on them are not the most powerful. They do get stopped. Although, as you can see, I can be fully on the brakes and we're still gaining speed, which, while fun in terms of the challenge, bad in terms of any hope of surviving. A lot of the better vehicles for this can slow themselves down. It's probably perhaps the inherent... Oh, no. Bye-bye wheels. No, wheels have survived. Bye-bye everything, because we're over these bumps. Oh, no. Definitely, oh, no. It's tumbling. Yeah, the braking performance is the problem. This is a hell of a cartwheel going on. If you somehow land... Oh no, I think it lost front and rear drive shafts. It's just a tumbling ball of Lego bricks now. Oh, we broke the engine. This is more becoming about how many Lego bricks can I disassemble off of the vehicle than anything else. Oh, we lost the back end. We're still going. That's the most flips I think I've done on this map. It really has just become... I mean, it's like that basic chassis plate. That's what it is. There's a bit of wheel next to us. God knows where the main... Oh, there's bricks falling down here. There's a... I've used many of them building cars. Oh, there's the main frame. The main frame does seem to be connected. I don't know how far that can break down. That looks like it might be one solid bit. Has any bits made it further? Can't find any orange bits down here. Oh... Yeah, the braking performance on them is not very good. We'll have one more go with the vehicle. Not that I'm expecting this vehicle to make it, I just want to have a go with it because it looked cool. Let's have a go with the crazy derby car. I mean, it lives up to the name. It lives up to the name. Probably lock the diffs. Might be a good idea. There is nitro in it, which is... not good for anything, really, down here, because my problem is the slowing down bit, not the speeding up part. Oh, your brakes are better, actually. This does actually get slowed down, so as far as derby cars go, not too bad. Well, I mean, all things considered, I think it's going to be a really slow one, and the brakes lot... Oh, now we're struggling with the braking performance. Here, alright, slow down, please slow down. I don't want to really lock the brakes. Okay, okay, brakes much better on this. The brakes are starting to fade. That would be that bad. That would be very bad. Oh, I've lost steering a bit over the bumps. Oh, I'm guessing front wheels were in the air, and again we see the suspension just rocking around a little bit. I really need to cool the brakes, but I cannot let this speed up too much. I think I've pretty much lost brakes at this point. Or significantly hampered. Oh, we're going to fall over. Oh, no. It was going so well, and they just hit a bump and went. And tumbly, please land. No, you're going to shed every bit on the vehicle. If it comes back onto its wheels and not at 1,000,000 miles an hour rolling... Oh, we lost both drive shafts. Nope, we're not going to come back onto the wheels. We're just going to create the ball of Lego bricks again. We've lost the front end. We're going to lose a bit of the cab. I mean, it's got the furthest... I have got one of these down here. It may... Well, no. Oh, no. We're going to hit the pipes. We're going to hit the tunnel. Are we going to hit the tunnel? Are we going to somehow magically make it into the... Oh, we've made it through the tunnel. Possibly. Could we make it to the finish, or are we going to get stuck in a pit? I think a pit is beckoning. However... yeah, the brakes were better until they melted. Funnily enough, Lego, not great for slowing down a 60-mile-an-hour car. Are we going to shatter some more bits? No, it bounces very well, I will say. Oh, dear. Just land on the wheels, land on the wheels. I have no steering, of course, because it's the rear wheels that are still attached. I don't know where the front end... Oh, ended up. Okay, we're back on wheels, but we are parked... perpendicular to the way we want to go. And on that note, it is just a random block goes tumbling down, or a cylinder. I think it is going to be time to end this video. This is an amazing mod. It really is. It's something very different for Beam. I know Beam, you know, a game a lot about realism and detail and all of that kind of stuff, and there's a Lego car now. But to be fair, it's an incredibly detailed mod. There's so much customizing to be done. There's so many amazing sort of configs that you can mess around, and you can take it even further if you so wish. It is a wonderful, wonderful, wacky mod that I cannot recommend enough. Because, yeah, it's a little bit difficult to drive. The suspension is a little bit sketchy, is the best way to put it. Some are a bit better than others, but with some fiddling about, you could probably actually get some really good configs. So, yeah, I shall put a link to all the mods used in the description if you want to go and have a try with this. There is just bits of Lego littering the course. I never did think I would see Beam like this, but there we go. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.